Hello, my name is Boyd McLean. I'm with a company called NotesCreateCashFlow.com. What I wanted to do is talk to you today about the economy and finding a house. The information that I give you today is educational. It's no financial advice. If you want financial or legal advice, you need to go to an attorney or a CPA. One of the questions I have for you is, are you prepared for the bubble that's going to happen? It's going to burst. The economy is going to go down. It's just a matter of when. The government has poured billions of dollars into the economy. There's so much money sloshing around that we now have inflation. The government's telling you it's 2%, it's actually 14%. Ask your average housewife that goes to the store to shop and she'll tell you things like eggs and milk and meat are at least 14% higher than they were this time last year. The other thing, I get feedback from people who say, you know, I want to buy a house, but I can't afford one. Well, one of the reasons you can't find a house is you're doing what everybody else is doing. You're paying retail price. Now, I realize that real estate agents out there, they have to make a living, and that's how they do it, by selling houses, and their commission is built in. I'm not against that. But I want to show you how you can have a house for you and your family, but it's going to involve work. You can go to an agent, you buy a house, and there's not much work. The way I'm going to tell you and show you over a period of time is you can have a house on your own, but you got to work at it. Now, number one, look in the neighborhoods that you want to live in. Go down the street and knock on doors. And when someone comes to the door, you don't say, do you want to sell your house? Just say, like, my name's Boyd McLean. I'd like to live in this area. Do you know anybody that wants to sell their house? And numbers alone, you're going to find people that want to sell their house. They haven't listed it. It's not with an agent. They've been thinking about it. How many people in your neighborhood, they get divorces, there's deaths, there's separations, there are foreclosures, things like that. Their houses are always becoming available, but they don't necessarily come on the market right away. So if you go knocking on doors, people will say, you'll run into a situation where people say, no, I don't want to sell my house, but my brother 2 blocks over, he's thinking of selling one of his rentals. Bingo. You've already got a candidate that you could work with to buy the houses. The other thing is, many owners, especially if they own rentals, and these are rentals that may be vacant or where people are going to move out in the very near future, they will give you owner financing. You won't have to go to the bank to get a loan. They will give you a loan if you handle it properly and talk to them in a nice way. So that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is, when you're in these neighborhoods, look for houses that scream, I need to be sold. Because there are many houses out there where the grass hasn't been cut, the shingles on the roof are curling up, the driveway may have a lot of cracks in it. It's just not in good shape. And many times the people haven't done it, the owners haven't done it because they don't have the money to do it. And so they would be willing to sell in order that they can get out of the house. You're going to get the house cheaper than if you were to buy it on the MLS. So that is another way of doing it. Also, talk to your mailman, the person that delivers mail to you, and ask them, do you know anybody in the neighborhood on your route that want to sell their house? What happens is the mailman knows a lot of things. He knows when people are sick, when they moved away. It's a very good source. I have a friend, his name is Tom. He's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and they call him the $1 Million Mailman. Why? Back 20 years ago, he was a mailman, and he would notice houses that were vacant, where people were getting notices in the mail about foreclosure. He then had a fellow by the name of Ron LeGrand tell him about how he could knock on doors, how to search and find who the owners of the property were, and approach them and ask them if they want to sell. Numbers alone, a certain percentage of people want to sell. I have another friend in Atlanta. Last week, he bought 7 houses from a gentleman who just wanted to get out of the housing business. Now, I'm not suggesting that you buy 7 houses, but if someone had 7, maybe they would sell you one and give you owner financing. So in the future, I will give you more and more information of how you can find houses, how you can get them financed, and what to look for. Granted, it's tough right now with inflation. Houses last month, that being April, were 14% higher than the same time last year. You have that to battle. Also, lumber, 2x4, first part of the year, 2021, went for $3. Now they're going for $9 to $12. So there are problems out there, but you can still get a house. You could get a duplex, rent one side, and you live in the other. So think about these things, and I'll have more videos in the future. If you feel that you want to know more information, at the bottom of this video will be my contact information. Send me an email, or I'll give you a 30-minute free consultation, and possibly I'll help you and give you some ideas how you can own your own house when now you think you can. I hope you enjoyed the video. Press the button below to subscribe and also the bell so you know when we publish new videos. The purpose of these videos is to give you education. So if you have any questions, at the bottom of the video is a phone number and an email address. Thank you very much.